My name is Neil Shiver, and I have the good fortune to welcome you to one more project, 18 units, 2 bedrooms, that will now go from the plan to the completed category. Welcome to Otown. This is a beautiful project. I want to now turn the program over to my director, our director of development, Brian Zeltman.
Thank you, Neil. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at the ribbon cutting for Otown Apartments. Just wanted to give you a little bit of information on the project and acknowledge a few folks that helped make this possible. As Neil said, I'm the director of development. This is a building that was originally built in 1959. And what we did here at the Southeast Otown CRA is that we gave the owners of this building a grant in the amount of $585,000 to fully rehab it. What you're seeing behind me is, in essence, a brand new building. We just took the bones of an old, dilapidated building and created everything new. Some of the work that was involved was to provide all new electrical systems, all new plumbing, AC units in each, AC systems in each unit, all new roof, new impact-resistant doors and windows. We took a shared laundry facility and removed it, and instead we provided washer and dryer combo units inside each of the units. So some of the finishes that were include 36-inch by 36-inch polished porcelain tile flooring. You'll see that when you walk through, they look beautiful. Stainless steel appliances, quartz countertops in the kitchens, ceiling fans in the living rooms and in the bedrooms, something we don't see too much here in Otown. All done in a contemporary styling, including designer shower and bath fixtures. So at this time, I do want to acknowledge the contractor, a company by the name of Master Rebuilder of Florida. I want to thank Mark Floman, who was on site, part of the owners who made this job run smoothly every day. And at this time, I would like to introduce Martin Floman, our grantee and one of the owners of this property.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for coming to this special day for us. I'd like to thank the CRA for helping make this project the success that it was. We spent around 4 years, which we initially thought would take us about 2.5 years, but we ran into some tremendous difficulties in putting this together. We actually had to gut the entire premise and redo everything from scratch. The electrical, the plumbing, everything in here was gutted and brand new. When we finish, you'll take a look and you'll see how everything came out. I think, if I don't want to tap myself on the shoulder, I think we did an amazing job. I'd like to thank Neil and Brian, who I worked with the CRA, for helping to make this thing happen. One of the things that we did on this project, which I think the community can really appreciate, is we brought a lot of people in, from local people from Otown, who were basically on the street here, and we brought them in to help us to work on this project. Next to me, I have Willie Pollard, who started with us around 4 to 5 years ago, who was basically on the street. We took him in and he became the foreman of this project. And we could really, in addition to Willie, there were multiple other people, but Willie, as I said, was the foreman here, and he sleeps here at night to keep an eye on the property for the last few years. And he did an amazing job. So here we just took a local who was here off the street, brought him in, and I can't praise him any better than the work that he did. And I'd like to introduce him because he'd like to say a few words about the development of this project. Thank you all again for coming. Okay.
As Marty said, I'm a street figure. I'm kind of deliver this to ones who don't understand the terminology where I'm coming from. But I utilize my street talents and I transferred them into a positive approach. When they gave me the leadership to spearhead this project, I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't even read the tape measure. But I paid attention, I listened to them. If I had any problems, I made phone calls. I remained humble. I learned a lot. And I can finally say for the first time in my life that I made an accomplishment. Made an accomplishment in a positive way. Been to prison 6 times in my life. Last time I went to prison, I decided to change my geographical location. Came to Miami. I didn't know what to expect, but I knew that I was raised up in a home that taught me to have moral, respect, work, and don't be lazy and try to change your ways. So I didn't know nobody here when I got here, and I had fell on some rough times. Mark approached me. I was painting a building, and he asked me would I paint this building, and gave him an offer, and I painted the whole entire building by myself. I ain't have no help. Came to me one day. He said, "I need you to stop working." I said, "What did I do? Are you getting rid of me?" They said, "No, it's not that. I just need you to stop working. I need you to pay attention, and I need you to spearhead my project." And I didn't know what to do, so just call me, listen to me, we'll get it done, trust me. And that's what I did, and as you can see, it was hard work. One occasion I had to call 911, someone was trying to break in the building. I looked at him, he looked at me, I didn't say nothing to him, he didn't say nothing to me. He climbed down the scaffolding, he walked out, and I got on the phone, I said, I have someone on site that's trying to take the copper out. And they say, did you say something to him? I said, no, I was told to call you guys. And once you guys show up, to exit the building. That's what I did, and wouldn't have no more of those kind of episodes. So we're here. I feel good about this, and I'm looking forward to more projects if they're willing to take me with me. Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, thank you. And before I bring up my chairman, the guy who signs my check, right? First, I want to acknowledge your Honorable Judge Tanya Brinkley is here joining us today. Thank you. It's always good to see you. Normally, when we see a judge, it's on the other circle. Okay, let me get back on track, right? Well, before I bring up my chairman, basically he doesn't need an introduction, particularly for those who are from Otown. You can take a snapshot of Otown prior to Commissioner Hardeman and take a snapshot of Otown today. You see the transformation taking place right before your eyes. And little do some of you all know that one of the main reasons for that transformation is his leadership. Yes, I do want to raise, and I'm going to say some things like that. But Commissioner, if it's true, it ain't bragging, bro. If it's true, it's not bragging. It's the truth. I'm talking to you all who are from Otown. You know what we were dealing with before Keon Hardeman came on board. Not saying that others did not care. Not saying that we did not have projects in the pipeline. But I'm telling you from personal knowledge he took it to the next level, folks. When you heard that guy speak about the opportunity that this project brought to him, that's our theme. That's what we are all about. We're transforming Otown without losing anyone, giving you an opportunity to live in your neighborhood. No gentrification. If you leave Otown, it's not because you had to, it's because you want to. Because of projects like this. So I want to bring up now my chairman, our City Miami Commissioner, needs no introduction, but he got one anyway, Keon Hardeman.
If I were in the church, they would say, this is a good day that the Lord has made, right? These projects mean so much to this community because it shows people that the assets that we had in our neighborhoods are worthy of investment. They're worthy of putting some money into to give all of us a better place to live, work, and play. And it shows you, just by the words of that gentleman standing to our left, to your right, that the people who live in this neighborhood are worthy of investment also. I heard about it was a brief story. Someone said if you take money, say if you had $20 and you balled it up, and you ask someone, do you still want it? They said, of course. It's $20. I said, well, what if I threw it on the ground? Stepped on it. Still want it now?
Not sure.
Yeah, it's $20. I'm not gonna spit on it, but you get the point. I still want my $20. So why is it that in people, we believe that if you make a mistake, you're not worthy anymore? If you're arrested, you have a disease. If you have mishaps in your life, if in the past you were untrustworthy, if you practice a religion that others don't practice, or if you love someone that's not your color, or someone that is of the same sex as you, why is it that you're not worthy of praise? Why is it that you're not still desirable? These are all things that we put upon ourselves, but should have no value. Because the human spirit, your person, is the most valuable thing that you have in this world. And every single day that you live, you can make a choice that betters your life. Someone sitting here today may be the next millionaire tomorrow, but they will make a minimum wage, and you put them down. That tells me more about you than it does about them. So when we think about these projects, this is an opportunity for all of us to celebrate in the rebirth of a community, in the new start of someone who's going to move into this space. It's the opportunity for someone's child to have a better condition of living, for them not to be sick every single week because they're breathing in all types of toxins and mold. You know, you can't help but think about the conditions that places like this were in, that many of us still live in today. That every time we build a new high-rise with a bunch of buildings in it, someone else moves in from outside the community and they enjoy a better quality of life, and you still have the same conditions that you were raised in. That's not right. So what these projects do is give individuals like the owner an opportunity to give people like the gentleman next to him an opportunity to live in a space that he can be proud of. Because let me tell you something about black folk that I know. Now, I'm from Liberty City. I'm not from Otown, right? But we cousins, right? Same, y'all know what I'm about to say, same, right? Okay. We pay our rent. We'll tell you that real quick, right? I pay my rent. We'll tell you real quick with pride what it is that we do to care for our families, because we take ownership of that. That's something that we care about. Many times we pay a higher rent per square foot than people who live in much better conditions. But we don't want to leave our neighborhoods. So the people that stayed in Overtown, they stayed because they love it here. Same like my family, I have family that live in Overtown, Liberty City, Little Haiti. I mean, you name it, we're there. Miami-Dade County Jail, keep going, right? But that's why I know it's important to ensure that no matter where you are in this life, that you have somewhere comfortable to lay your head. And so I really appreciate these sorts of projects because it does not overtake the neighborhood. I'm not building 88-story buildings and saying, wow, we did such a great job. But y'all better keep your eyes open because someone is trying to do that. I'm not trying to erase the existence and the footprint of this neighborhood and claim it is redevelopment. But be careful because there are some people that's trying to do that. What I'm trying to do is make sure that Overtown is this special little place that it's always been. Where you begin to have quality housing products, affordable housing, where you have an opportunity to shop, dine, play, party in your own neighborhood, where you can walk outside and enjoy yourself just like they do on Brickell, because I think her apartment looks like it's on Brickell. That's what we need in Overtown. That's what we want in Overtown. We don't want a handout. We want a hand up. And that's what it's all about. And so I thank all of you for continuing to participate in this process. I appreciate the Overtown community for being so embracive of what we're doing in the Southeast Overtown Parkway CRA. And I'll tell you, every single year in the state of Florida, there are people that are elected that are trying to destroy organizations like this because they don't understand the value that they bring to neighborhoods like this. He'll tell you. I'm not saying that because it's popular to say it to you. Because trust me, every time I say that, somebody's cringing. Because they know it's the truth. But they hide their hands and throw their stones. So you should know that every single year that we try to bring you something new, a new product, something special, every year someone's trying to kill this organization to make sure it doesn't breathe another breath, another day. And so when the time comes, there's going to be an uprising. I want you all to be a part of it. Because we're going to have to show those that have the authority in the state of Florida to end organizations like this, that this one is needed. They can say whatever they want about CRAs, but they can't talk about this one. Right. There's no CRA with a history of damage that's been done to a community the way that the state of Florida, Miami-Dade County, and the city of Miami has done to this neighborhood and the federal government. So they owe us investment in these neighborhoods. And what we're doing in these neighborhoods by reinvesting the way that we're doing right now, by ensuring that everyone has an opportunity, a job, fair housing, all these quality products, and it's not a campaign speech, it's real deal. There are people here standing here today that never believed that they would get an ounce of redevelopment dollars. And they're living in a better space right now. They can pass it down to their children, to their families to ensure they have a better quality of life. That's what we're about. And so I thank you all for being a part of that process. It really and truly means a lot to me. And as we speak, I'm looking out, there's a gentleman that's here that bought a new building. Well, it's an old building, but it's new to him, right? That the same way that we're investing in these products to give people 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom units, etc. He owns a rooming house now. Now, anybody who's ever lived or know people that live in rooming houses understand how that works. This is probably the easiest step to get housing that you can, because you can get housing on a handshake at a rooming house. You pay once a week because some people can't either save the money,